What is going on, guys? It's Friday. Finally, it's Friday. Been a long week. I do have one more day for my working week, though. Tomorrow I am going to work on a late shift, but shit happens, you know. I'm not going to let that spoil the weekend, you know. It is still Friday. Most people are going to be celebrating. Working week is over, guys. Working week is over. How has everyone's days been? Hopefully everyone is well. I see Indez finished his 27-hour stream. Pretty impressive, must say. See, there's lots of shit talking going on about the Druid still, but you know, we'll take that. Hey buddy, there's fear running in BGs. Is Druid really taken over? How is it? I haven't done any battlegrounds yet. I'm probably going to wait until I've got everything that I want and I test out everything. We'll see. That was a good cup of coffee just to get going. Tough week on the job. Can't wait to see your Druid builds. Oh man. I think there's going to be, you know, quite a number of different builds going around. You know, I know that with, I think Orif has released some of his videos. I know Indez is coming up with plenty of good builds. And I think the overworld farming build is going to be very similar no matter what we do between the creators, to be fair. I think it's all going to be surgeon, this sort of shit. I think that's fair. I think it's a really good skill. Okay. I think the issue with everything at the moment, as we've been saying for the last, you know, 24, 48 hours, is the fact that everyone is still at like mastery maybe 2 now. You know, I'm nearly up to, how close are we? We're getting there. We're getting there. The AFK build is like, I would say it exists, but it's not like Necro, right? The fact is that the AFK build, these wolves here, they don't aggro like the Necro minions kind of aggro. So it's not really a true AFK build, if you want to call it that. I would say you rely on other things to be completely AFK. I would say there is ways of getting around that, like Poulsen is saying there. You know, we will see what happens when it comes to Druid AFK farming. The builds that I've tried, I just don't think are worthy when it comes to going to the best AFK. My wolves sit there and they might as well just be laying down because they do nothing. Like if I walk up to enemies now and just stand here, they did attack, so that's proven me wrong, right? But if someone respawns, we'll stand here for a second and watch them respawning. I think it's when the respawn happens that the druids are just asleep. Oh, the druids, the wolves are just asleep. Let's see. This is where they prove me wrong. And they're like, nah, we've watched you on stream. Lolo. You watch. They're gonna attack. I'm calling it now. Oh man, I've been on top of mobs in Charvel, and my wolves just sit there doing nothing. Let's see what happens when these respawn. Come on, spawn time. If anything, it will be Butcher that attacks first. Let's actually, before he does, remove. Because I AFK farm with no familiar out. I don't use a familiar. I don't want him filling up my bags full of junk. I want to just be able to do what I need to do because I want to be able to collect loads of the little orange balls. At the end of the day, we like orange balls. It's spawn time though. Just want to prove one thing. I'm not going to be able to because they're not going to respawn here. You what? It's just out of kind of spite, you know. It's like you're going to kill us. We ain't coming back. Think that's a bearded man's thing. Like your style, Devlin. What is going on with a respawn? There must be some mobs here. Here we go, boys. Proven. What are the wolves actually doing? Like, what are they doing? If that was a necromancer, then skellies would have been all over that. They would have been dead. Like, well and truly. Right, how's it going? You know, the wolves do nothing. Look at them. Look. Yippee, how's it going, man? The wolves literally... the wolves don't attack. Brax, how's it going, man? Look at this. The wolves do not auto anything. Proven. They're shit. No matter what they do. Do I have healing ones? I have ones that are literally AFK, man. They're like... They don't get paid enough to do work, apparently. Keeping pups away from the loud fireworks. Oh, man. Dogs and loud fireworks, hey? Not a good combination. But look at this. How can you AFK with wolves that don't do anything? Like, they do nothing. So you have to have gems that will actively do something so it attacks. Because the moment you have a gem like Void Spark that will proc with mobs around you, hitting you, then your wolves are 2 damage. And now their attack. There you go. So it just proves that wolves are not that good. Not that good. AFK gems. That is the new build. Druid build AFK gems. We've even got the name ready, bud. AFK gems. AFK with druid auto attack. You can't auto attack on PC. Just gotta send a message. With Summon Oak Sage, we're gonna figure stuff out. So, you know, there will be plenty of stuff going on. I do want to start the day though with just doing a few more of them runs we were doing yesterday. I think it's in this build. See if we can get a few more. Just get this up to mastery. And then we can go and do some dungeons. Tried using the Gilded Majesty Helm for self-res grizzlies and got baited so badly. I haven't even tried that one yet. There's so much I haven't tried. I just know that I've been having a blast though when I have been playing the Druid. I think it is very fun. I'm not even worrying about the affixes yet. It's all about figuring out what works with no affixes or very limited affixes, and then figure out what you're going to need, right? Because when it comes to obviously PvP, you're going to want to have some affixes. I'm just going to save up loads of affixes on different pieces, even if they're not very good, especially for PvE content, because you can pretty much get away with a lot of stuff in easy content, right? And then we can just build up a stash of stuff and go through and see what actually does and doesn't work very well. The early builds are coming on nicely, though, I think, from every creator that I've been watching. The builds are coming on very, very nicely. Go on, Lego. Nope. Rip. You give it a couple of weeks and I think there'll be more builds. People will really start to figure stuff out. And then when the next round of essences come, hopefully we'll be in a very good position. It can sacrifice primal power to auto-res the grizzly. I have read the essence, I just haven't used it. Today, Lorith betray a Necro Brotherhood. Nah, always a Necro at heart, man. Always a Necro at heart. But it's not stated in... So, actually, let me just read that again, what you put there, Ryder. So, it can sacrifice primal power to auto-res the grizzly once per summon, though. Okay. Okay. I mean, that sounds like a good idea, but... No, 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 no. Gotcha. Thought I was a goner there, boys. Sometimes I feel Druid is AoE skill. It is like everything just seems AoE, but I don't know. We'll just see kind of where what is this. It's better. Scary evening. How's it going? That affix gives a 15% grizzly duration. I think what you'll find is that one won't be used very often. I think the ones that we're going to use the most of will be like the surgeon one for definitely the overworld farming, because, you know, why wouldn't you? But I think you'll find a lot of people that are going to go into werebear stuff ready for PvP, right? And then just find a build that is smooth enough to work in farming content and dungeons. You decided to make a druid healer build for PvP. That's a good way of going, mate. Good way of going, I think. See how it goes. See what you can pull out. How does it feel? Be interesting to see how that goes for like a lower reso class or character, you know, player. Oh no, guys. Oh no. How is this going to go? I reckon there's going to be a dead druid in a second. Wow, I'm gonna die here. Aha, rip. I hate. At least we got a Lego. I was always here for. I hate Summoner. You feel like a family of Druid. Everyone has gone Druid. I know a lot of people have bounced back though because they just didn't like what they were seeing. But it goes not that great, to be fair. Too many options. We have to make it like a sustain build. Yeah. But if you're having fun, then, you know, GG, right? Don't be Summoner this time around. No Summoner. The game is all about having fun, isn't it? You know. I say try whatever build you feel like you want to try. You know, I think my aim is finding a, you know, I'll say finding. There is already a really good overworld farming build, or just farming build in general, not just overworld, you know. Now it's looking for the dungeon build. I think we've got one that kind of works very well. Good, not Summoner. He uploaded his dungeon build. Yeah, I see it. I see it. And I think, to be honest, it is really good, and we're going to try it in a little while. We'll see it in action. We've got to test them all out. And then we can see what changes we can make, if any, right? Yep. One bill is possible. I've hit a bill in a dungeon. What you got to remember to do in a dungeon is have like a shit ton of AoE though, right? It's all about seeing what's going to happen when it comes to the raid builds. Raid builds are going to be interesting. The raid builds are going to be, yeah, I just don't know what we're going to do when it comes to the raid builds. So like a proper true single target. I think you'll find that it's going to be support, right? More so than anything else. And he hit hard. He hit me hard. We got him though. Where's all the legendaries? We were doing so good with legendaries yesterday. What I'm looking into, a raid support, G1 push. Yeah, I think that's going to be the way to go for druids. I think. I don't see it being any other way, to be honest, at this moment in time. I definitely think support will be the way it goes. Right now, I just keep 5-star, right good time, upgrade, ranked 6 to 8. And right now, I just use 1-star, 2-star, gem, well, free to play after all. Yeah. I think these wolves need to have their aggro sorted out. Yeah, I agree. Just so we can all do AFK farming properly. think you find the issue we're all having at the moment when it comes to the druid is resource, right? We're always resource hungry. We need things to be able to regen more. Oh, summoner again. What bollocks is this? No. Just not fair. Nope. I think Summoner should give you a legendary every time. You've been doing TR bushes stun me, so mobs, and plus boss hitting me hard until the wolves are AFKing it. Yeah, the wolves are like asleep half the time. It's so bad. What was that pulling me? It's better. That'd be so cool, that would. But why just one green when he could drop two? Just saying. Ugh, need to adjust my camera in a second. Whoa, we've got a goblins. And after that, we only got one. Let's just sort my camera out a second. Insta, where are you? Did it load? No, it did. That's better. Much better. How many we got now? It's 3. Because, well, I don't know, Blizzard gonna make a druid a big worm summon or not. I think you're going to see a lot of things come with different essences in the next few months, right? They can definitely take this class a long way when it comes to the different essences. And the different forms that we could potentially go into eventually if they bring other skills to the game, right? You're an old man, 35 plus. Play this game since you was a kid. Man, I'm like 39 in like under 2 weeks time. Under 2 weeks time. I'm an old man. I can join that club. What is this, Druid? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Come on. Ruining my time. Ah, Stuart. Nice. That's easy. I say nice and easy. Everyone who is 30 plus, I guess, played D2 is a classic. I didn't play D2, believe it or not. I have played a bit of D2, but I didn't play it then. My first Diablo game was in fact D3 when it first came out. Mate was 26 again yesterday. 26 again. I think it's because I played Diablo 3 and then played D2. It just didn't do it for me. I'm sad to say. But D3 style and this style fits. And D4, I like the style of D4. Just D2 just didn't grasp me. If I'd have played it from when it came out, I think that would have been a different matter though. All right. And that's not to say it's not a good game, because I can guarantee, you know, it is a good game. But that'd be the reason why it didn't kind of fit with me, because of where I'd started. Summoner again. What even? Can we do it this time without dying as well? I don't know. There's a lot of shit going on. Diablo, PC OG, same era, has Command and Conquer, Age of Empires 1, 2, played them all. Yeah. Let's go see what we got. Let's go this. How many did we get? We've got 4 here. Will that get us to... Didn't even want to do that. Will that get us to the next mastery? Maybe. Five more years, mate, and I'm 50, man. And never stop gaming. Never stop gaming, man. Keep going. Keep going. Haha, we need one. One more. I want to get to the next mastery before we go dungeons. 5-0, man. I'm 4-0 next year. Well, if my best friend's still alive, I'm sure he's gonna love Diablo more or die because of COVID. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. COVID was brutal. It's crazy to think, like, as well, how long ago COVID was. Well, it doesn't seem that long ago, but it doesn't. How can I put it? It feels like yesterday that COVID was here, doesn't it? Really, and COVID is still here. People are still kind of suffering with it. You know, I still hear kind of horror stories about it. But that was like 5 years ago. That's mad. Where did that time go? Where did the time go with COVID? where we was all locked up for months on end playing games, unless you was one of those workers that could go to work. It was all a fever dream. Doesn't it feel like it a little bit, doesn't it? I would agree with that. It's mad to think that that was 5 years ago. We want one from this one as well. Come on. You're looking for that? Hell, can you imagine if I suddenly got it? Big GG, right? Good we getting? It's all good. It's not a summoner. Smash, 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 smash. Wow, free chest, not even one. Rip. Yeah. You think all of us that have been like playing this game a long time, how much AFK farming we've all done? An absolute shit ton. I've done hundreds of hours. What is going on? So many summoners. You tried AFK farming as well, or auto attacking, save the day. Otherwise, Wolves AFK. Yeah. Wolves are just lazy shits, man. Lazy shits. They're like, we could do something, but we just can't be bothered. Okay. It's got us to 3, boys. It's got us to 3. Okay. Apparently this is the way to go for dungeons, but this one apparently is like the top DPS of what people have been sharing on Discord and stuff. But we'll see. We don't want to have necro ones. Never a good idea. Even if we don't have all of them ones on there, we still want to go with druid ones. See if also had space still. You left it on for days. That's mad. Frozen. I'll have a look at that later. But This build is going to take some practice, though, I must say. With this fire bear or fire grizzly. Am I streaming? Someone asked if I'm streaming in this party. They're all from Akuma, that's why. Which build is this? This is the Orph's build that he put out today. That I thought I'd give a test. It's actually quite nice. It's doing fairly good damage, I think. Got to test all the other builds out, get a feel of what everything can do, and then start coming up with other builds, right? That's the downside, I suppose, for me, like not having the previous experience of Druid on the test rounds, right? Not being a partner, so. Ooh, do not die. Ah. Tonight. Rip. Raining Legos. 60 more reso got me white chicken wings. Whoop whoop. Press man. Is it on me, or does the legendary gems seem to not do much? I suppose they're all damage Legos, so. I think we need a dot resolution build on this. Give every class dot res, right? We set up wrong. Let's get back into that. That's better.
Hold on. Not let darkness. What is that? A tower of flesh and bone, veiled beneath the black mists. Broken. But what did that creature mean about protect and serve?
Thorns damage is just unreal. Absolutely unreal. It's because of Smolder Seed, right? Smolder Seed is the way to go. Wow. You like Landslide? Landslide's cool.
Some form of ritual.
Gonna hit a billion, boys. There it is. We hit the billion. This would be a good area for pumping up the damage as well.
The Grandmaster draws strength from darkness. For a little flame can burn it away.
Look at that. That damage is nuts. From thorns. 33% nearly. 33% just from thorns. Incredible. What set pieces am I using actually?
Bleeding pit of scars.
I bet we could push that even higher with Ags.
All I have to do is shut. I'm here. You trapped us together, demon. Big mistake. You make a wound.
I bet that could be pushed higher with Ags.
Can hardly breathe. Need to move faster.
Hey Chris, how's it going? Am I liking the class? Or would I say Necro is way better? I would say it's hard to tell at this moment. Still figuring shit out. But it's definitely fun. Definitely a change. And I'm enjoying it.
Never set foot in our land. Never.
I mean, when you do something like that, the damage is insane, right? You were Seder then swapped, and I'm not a fan. So swapping back at 6. Okay, that's fair play, man. It's fair play. You swapped, you give it a go. You know, I'd still keep an eye out though, because I think there's a lot of potential. There is definitely a lot of potential, but we'll just have to see over the next couple of weeks what builds and stuff are figured out. I know there's going to be a lot of probably debates and arguments between creators on what's good and what's not good, and how to create a build and how not to create a build, but we'll have to just wait and see.
I'm healed.
Tree huggers are nice. It's the rabbit walls that smell. You jumped into the live stream. I know what you're. I expected that. What's well said, Matt. Definitely needs a good raid build. Yeah, I'd agree. I think one will come. Whether that be good as in damage or good as in heals, we'll have to wait and see. It's a newborn. We'll see what will druids grow up to be next. 100%. It's going to be. I think it's going to be some good stuff. I think it's just going to be one of those things where the first couple of weeks are going to be a bit hit and miss. People are going to, you know, have that debate between what builds are good, what builds you should use for different types of activities, and it's already happening. So, you know, the argument and debates will already be going on. Because everyone's got different ideas. And ideas are good. But people shouldn't fall out about ideas, is how I look at it. There was a shitpost on Reddit earlier. Someone, you know, hating on some of the creators, giving them shit. And I just went and like try and diffuse the situation by saying, look, we're all here to figure shit out at the end of the day. Everyone's going to have different ideas. So just share ideas and, you know, we can then hopefully figure out what the best shit is. Can't figure out if Druid has a specific... it's hard to say, isn't it? Whether it has that role that's going to be good for it or not. Have we killed them all? We had a straggler down here. We got him though. Let's go. Go. I think it will have somewhere where it fits in. It's just going to be figuring that out. I think one more essences will obviously help. Definitely. But until then, we have to just utilize what we've got, right? Figure out what the best is of a shit situation, I suppose, that most people would say. I'm enjoying it though. I'm having a blast. It's trial and error, 100%. You know, I've already been trying, you know, things, looking at how other people are putting their builds together and just testing other things in them. Seeing what works, seeing what don't. The way I look at it is, I'm not going to rush and, you know, try and throw out a build that has been thrown together without doing a lot of testing myself to say, okay, I'm happy with that build. And that's exactly why I'm testing builds like this build tonight, you know, Orf's build. Because I can get a feel for the class, how it should be played. I haven't got to rush in kind of thinking about builds myself, although I am, you know, I'm still thinking about builds. But I think with so many people on Druid at the moment, so much information can be gathered in a positive way, hopefully, instead of being a shit show. Still don't like this shit on the floor though. It's awful. Just checking the songs we'll listen to. Found another playlist and haven't listened too much from it yet. Seems alright though. Do you think Rider a good healer build side would be very good for Raze and G1 push? Yeah, I think that'll be the way it's going to go. Support to start with. Oh, man, got my marshmallows, boys. Carry on eating those. I think the damage is alright though. I'm doing like 6 million, look. Damage seemed alright there as well. I mean, every time... Let's have a look to see what these other guys are. I know they're all in my clan, but 50k, free. You know, he's obviously not playing Druid. We got 2 other Druids. 50 as well. 4-4. 49 at 2-3. You know, and I'm pushing top damage every single time, and we're all fairly the same sort of level in gear. Depending on what their mastery is, obviously. Got to change my gems. Use max resto for raids. Yeah, I didn't swap them back since yesterday. Rip. Couldn't get out. Couldn't get out. Rip. Whoa, I was nearly dead again. Wow. I hate Summoner. Summoner too OP. We need Summoner as a class. I mean, thorns doing the most damage is insane. I'm going to keep saying that. Because it is absolutely insane. Big damage, boys. Big damage, boys. I mean, that damage was nice. I like that. More than nice. It was sexy, wasn't it? It was sexy damage. $21 mil at some point. I mean, the AoE damage is on point. I think it's really good. What is some of these tracks in this playlist? Frozen. Just look at the numbers. Numbers are nuts. Like the forbidden child of a Necro and a Blood Knight. The forbidden child. Like that. That's a good way of looking at it. Could do with some more Lego drops though. Dungeons is really weird. We get to practice, right? Oh yeah, Puddin'. Yeah, be pleased. Like, I'm doing a thing. We're chapter 2. Chapter 2, mate. You started free. Wow. Like a boss, man. It's also still running. He is. Give me space, man. Is he not replying? I guess he's not replying. I guess they're full. Oh no. Also isn't replying. Guess he's not. What are you up to, bud?
Try to keep up.
Let's get one more in here.
There's strength in numbers.
Let's fucking go. Keep the grind going. And what is going on with this?
Your throne may simmer in this haunted realm. It's time to put his wretched soul back to rest.
You're still in Gollum. GG, man. GG. Oh, wow. How's the Gollum form going, man? You don't die. That's one way of looking at it. It's so good having this aircon next to me. The room is so chill. He is like lazy wad, just chilling. Yeah, I am like a lazy wolf, chilling next to my aircon, man.
But where is the chieftain? That path is the only way forward.
Oh, he was killing the yellow. What is that? I like killing my yellows.
My life is restored. Back to the dirt you go.
Rip. Oh, what the? Oh, well, at least I got a set item out of it. Who's the pro?
Our magic lingers within these walls. If the centerpiece is still here, it lies in the deepest recesses of this tomb.
Necros don't die. Have they fixed the bug here? I haven't checked since the patch. Does this portal still take your warband buffs? What warband buff do I have? Okay, we're an attacker. See if it's been fixed. 100% it's not been fixed. Wow. Rip warband buffs for the rest of the dungeon. Sorry, man. There's no need to be sorry. I don't know what the problem is with the damage, you know. I think it's mastery 3. This seems alright. Definitely not having a problem with doing stuff. Already mastery 4. Now I've just hit mastery 3. Just hit mastery 3, so it's good progress so far. I'm happy with it. Have you been playing it as well, Mario? Oh, you're a fellow clanmate. Well, welcome on in. How have you been finding Druid then, man? Are you of the opinion of everyone else where you feel that you want to go back to the old class? Rip. I tried, but it feels like a druid is lacking damage, or I didn't trying to find a bit of proper build. I think that is the what the actual fuck? I think that is the consensus that the damage is very lacking, but I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad other people are still finding it the same as what I am. The issue, Drew, is I think that this bar for PC players, right? Obviously, like myself, I stand here for a second. The bar is here. I want the bar to be here. Right, I wish I could move it. Just grab it and move it on the middle of my screen right next to my character. Nora, I agree. I got the mastery 3 though, so I'm working my way there. Yeah, I need to see that bar all the time. Maybe we need to make a post. Get them to make that bar so we can actually have it near our character, so we can actually see what we are at all times. It needs weak auras. It does need weak auras for any WoW players out there. Weak auras were like the saving grace of WoW raiding. You're positive that some skills cost way too much bar. Yeah, I would agree. What is going on in this dungeon? We are getting shit on. It's not just me struggling. What even?
Set foot on our land. Never. Is this a place where demons are tormented or birthed?
Gauntlet dungeon. Man, I didn't even look to see what it was. I just come in and yeah, and then I realized it was Gauntlet. I'm too busy paying attention to chat. You know me, I like to read. We're all gonna die here as well. Oh, the electric one. Didn't even get me started on the electric one. Or the red shit on the ground. Whatever that one's called. The floor is lava, right? I haven't made a PvP build yet. I've not gone into the PvP side of it yet. Bad blood. Nah, it's just floor is lava. I like just lounging around on the ground. That is true. I'm just taking the leaf out of my wolves. You know, the wolves do nothing all day when I AFK farm. So I'm just chilling. You neither, Drew. You just want to, yeah. Apparently though, like, apparently the PvP is really, really strong. It's me dead. It's me dead. I just knew it. Just put my feet up. Just put my feet up now, guys. Just chilling. Is there an AFK build like Necro? That's exactly what I'm taking the piss out of now. Floor hugging is an art. Yeah, well, at least I can't take damage while I'm dead, right? Just saying. There is an AFK build though, Drew. But the wolves that we use for the AFK build literally go AFK and do nothing. 50 seconds. Okay, and how's it going? They do shit. They literally are AFK themselves. They're like, well, if you can go AFK. The wolves are on vacation. No, no, I'm not dying again. Face the beast. The beast will die. You managed to get the wolves by putting your familiar on. Okay, that's interesting. Did the hardest dungeon in the game. Woo. I'm 100 getting to mastery for Essence 4 and going back to my previous class. I'm gonna give it ample opportunities. Not gonna lie, class looks interesting, but scrolling through essences doesn't seem any useful ones. Yeah, that is I think that is the main issue, right? A lot of people are saying they need more essences now, and I would agree. It's your first time changing to a new class and wanting to go back? Yeah. I get what everyone's opinion is. You've been hiding as a crusader. Nice. Why weren't they both orange? Man, are they struggling down here? Oh, no, they've done. They've done. You change often, actually. First time changer here. There's a real problem. Blood Blitz has now, because a lot of people are sharing my opinion in the game, that they will have to boost some stuff ASAP if they don't want the new class to flop. Yeah. Oh, Nora's got like a routine. Look at that. The classes have shifts. Do you pay them well? Do you pay them in Rezo? She has like a proper schedule, man. They pay for themselves with scraps. Maybe you go Necro. Is it in a good state as of now? For PvE, yeah. I think it's a bit hit and miss when it comes to the PvP though, right? Nothing here. How's it going? Spin to win, minimum play, minimum effort. Oh, spin to win, minimum effort to play. Yes. It doesn't take a lot to play spin to win. You don't have to manage anything really. You just need to make sure you've got some corpses, right? If you got the corpses, you're all good. Just need to do something on here. Let's do that. Let's do that and that. Everything's good. How about me? I'm doing well, thanks. How do you like the druid? I like the druid. Druid's fun. I'm just enjoying having a change of scenery, should we say, when it comes to playing a Necro for 3 years. You're going to become a Necro. But trouble is, my channel has got like, what, 70 at least Necro guides. So you're going to be all right. You're in good hands. Nice. I'm happy you're enjoying it. Yeah, it's a nice change. It's a nice change. The one thing is getting used to is managing the primal energy or the primal power. Fuck it. Nerf it, man. Nerf it. Happened to Necros. Faithful was fine. Nothing wrong with Faithful main when that came out. There was nothing wrong with it at all. Not even slightly. It was fine. Don't know what you're talking about. Faithful. What a day that was. It was so much fun. I mean, that's got to be like the most fun I've had for a long time in the game, right? At that point, I'm having fun now. This is great. No, we had to turn up. We had to turn up. You know, we had to be present for a little while. Top 3 classes, top 3 DPS classes at the moment. I don't know. I think it's different, right? Because you got to look at it in a few different ways. Because you've got different levels of the game for different people, right? So you've got the free-to-play players that play a free-to-play one of those classes with, say, the Tempest, whoever. So their top damage will probably be different to everyone else's top damage compared to what they can get when it comes to their legendary gem setup. Then you got the mid spenders. There might be a different class there that could potentially be the top damage dealer. And then you got the whales who can go all out, which then is a different question on a different answer on itself, right? Oh, by the way, Druid's only skill survival has been discussing this. Yeah, I did Bane earlier. It was actually, yeah. Oh, we've got a DC. Pudding's disconnected. Pudding, come back. Where you gone? While he's there, just going to book my shopping for tomorrow. iPad's died. Okay, man, we'll get someone else. Who are we getting?
Another plant in the garden. Let us stand together.
What was that? That's better. What is this music? Really need to go through and get some.
The tower is just beyond the courtyard. I can smell the stench of blood from here. Think you can... My power must recover. Oh, how the life shall flow from you.
Perfect. I've had random DCs even on PC though. Today I think it just suddenly disconnected and was like, you are no longer connected to Battle.net. It's like, fair play. Should see what. Right. I'll have to show him that picture you sent me, considering he's an iPad player. That's a pretty impressive thing you've got there. I use keyboard and mouse, man. I got the controller from my phone over there, sitting behind me. The Kishi. The Kishi, yeah, indeed. I'm doing my raids downstairs in front of the TV, then I'll use the Kishi. Welcome on in. How are you? The chat is not bouncing at the moment. Let's not speak too soon though. I think I figured out the issue with it. You can, but sometimes it bugs out a lot when you try and join from different servers. So many issues with it. It's not a very smooth experience, let's say that. That is true. That is true, Nora. Most people did move over, didn't they? A lot of people moved over. No doubt there'll be mergers again at some point. I'm surprised we haven't had any for a while. Wolf is better or bear? This new class, I don't know. I'm unsure as well. The bear feels really nice. This wolf feels quite nice doing this build. Apparently the bear is like the go-to damage dealer though, from what they're experiencing on Chinese servers, so. Maybe I'll change to that build in a second and we'll give that a go. You're not sure if we'll ever get a merge pool? I reckon we will at some point. That will happen. It will happen. We didn't have the deeps. The market merge will be interesting. Yeah, 100%. Hopefully I changed builds. Pretty sure I did. Yep. Gems will be super cheap if they merge us with some Russian servers. They sell gems really cheap, so I don't think the market merge is a good idea. The trouble is with a market merge, it will just make everywhere cheaper. Which I'm not against, right? I'm not against having a cheaper market. Yeah, for some reason this build just doesn't feel as nice as that other one we was just using. Definitely doesn't feel as nice. I can instantly say. Really, gamer? As in, like, my mini butcher here would go and pick up a health globe if I need it. I need to take some damage. I want to see. Go get me a globe, man. There's got to be a globe somewhere. Get that globe. And he's not doing it. Maybe he's on strike. Safe to say he didn't get any of those. He's relaxing. He's taking a break. Butcher's had enough. He's like, fuck you guys. I feel bullied. Need a pay rise. Yeah, this build is not the build, I don't think, guys. This build is not the build. Wait, he demands a pay rise? I wouldn't stand for it, mate. Let's go back to the wolf dungeon build. Fuck you guys, I'm going home. I've had enough. I am out. I am done. We get this shit. We talk a butcher. We get a butcher. It's like, I hear someone talking about me. What is going on? You want to die? Apparently we want to die. Mate, my kids took my charger to his nan's and they'll be in bed gonna kick his kid. Oh, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. That is why you need like 15 chargers. Yeah, I agree with you, gamer. It's just getting it to pull it off, right? You got to be the perfect kind of flow to the build. My favorite dungeon to die in. Feel it. It's gonna happen. Charges in my house. It's like finding rock in a hospital. That's a great saying. Had a bug hit level 10 on Fractured Plane and have to restart. Wow. That's frustrating. Didn't die. Wow. That definitely hurts. 15 minutes progress lost. Yeah, 100%. 15 minutes is like an eternity in DI, right? Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Always having a backup of a backup of a backup. The trouble is, as Pokemon Go players, I had like a reason to have about 4 different charger banks. Oh, cheers there for the membership. It was actually a gifted membership as well. GG. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Yeah, as a Pokemon Go player, like I think I've got about 3 or 4 charger banks that just sit doing nothing now. You have charger banks powering the cooling fan. Exactly. Bouncy chat. Did you just fix it by saying bouncy chat? As soon as you put bouncy chat, it stopped. It's brilliant. You funny guys sat there, no charger, you taking power banks into funny. Man, like, power banks. Where are they? One power bank, 2 power bank, and I'm sure there's another one in there somewhere. This is what you gotta do, man. You need charging cables, pudding. I'll send you some. I'll send you some, man. You have to send me your address. I got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of charging cables. You've only noticed the bouncy chat on TV, to be honest, Lo. Bouncy chat drives me insane because it just sits like here on my screen and I can just see it doing this. Can't even order power banks to where I live. Have to mail to my family in the mainland to post to you. Wow. You're screwed if you need a power bank like the next day. You're gonna make Tuesday Kick a Kid Tuesday. Wow. Official days. It's like a holiday. I suppose that is true. Yeah. Yeah, I can totally understand that. Mate, some of age bags full of wires. I actually got like 2 or 3 drawers that are just full of random wires that I just never get rid of because you never know when you need a random wire. You never know when you need a random wire.
Another plant in the garden.
What do we get? Let's have a look.
Harming my knowledge. That was quite the find.
I have the old micro cables causing ring cameras. Yeah. The 1999 Sony Ericsson charger for some random reason, but maybe needed to. Yeah. Sony Ericsson. Prax, your wife actually throws cables away, man. That just can't happen. Cables are like, guys need cables. We need them. Can't just throw a random cable away until you're very sure you never need it, or it's like snapped in half. Jari, been battling with your tank druid in PvP. Do you mind doing a quick recommend for the best tank healer legendary gems you've run for that playstyle? If you're playing tank, you just want more survivability, right? And you're going to want to have something that's like support. So I would take things like a Viper's Bite, for instance, because that's got more of a support gem as well, isn't it? Because it's a reduction in the attack speed. Anything that's going to support your role, you should just take, you know. When it comes to other legendaries, I would say you're probably going to be orcs and some of your 5 stars in, you know, tanking Spiteful Blood. But when it comes to tanking and healing in PvP, what's the damage like in them builds as well? Because you may be able to put out a little bit of damage. It's really going to be trial and error, I think, because we've never had a healer in the game. You run Frozen Phoenix. Frozen is good. Frozen is a really good gem to use, you know, 100%. Was that a bounce? Bouncy chat. Go away. I think it's fixed. You could even run things like, I know it's a 2-star, but Abiding Curse, look. You also been right, but that's being a female. Lol. That's hilarious. The heals have been really good, especially the dot. Someone asking on Twitch here, do we know what the best value packs are for low spenders? Like, when you go to the shop, I would say what I normally do when I buy like bundles. Curse is a really good gem that a lot of people forget about. I look for bundles that have got Eternal Orbs and Crests. It's just waiting in the shadows. It's just waiting to pounce. Always there. You just never know when you're going to get it. I always look so you get things that are like Eternal Orbs and Crests. And Gems is another good one, yes. So you get normal gems in the mix as well. But look, you got Orbs, Crests. Orbs, Crests. The keys are not bad. I wouldn't go for anything like these. This one will be a good bundle. This isn't a bad deal. The Boon of the Visionary. There's not that many good ones on there at the moment, to be honest. At this moment in time, depending on what's on your thing. If it was me on here buying, I would probably only buy this and this. Orbs Crest all day long. Yep. Prodigy Path is good. I would even say
Jari or Hela super chatted £3.69. Thanks for
Thank you very much, Jari.
Smile.
I would even say like your login boon is good. Your login boons are really good. I would go for things like the Boon of Plenty. I like the Boon of Plenty. It's a good thing to buy as a low spender. I like to buy the Prodigy Path as well. Just like we've already just been mentioned. I find these are very good value. As you can see, 400% value. And yep, I have had them all. You gotta get a lot of good stuff out of them. Boon of Plenty is like one that people always forget. It's just worth going for. I buy it every single month. I buy the empowered battle pass every month, and then I try and buy some of the more worthy packs that I think are useful. Did we get anything good then? Crap. Boon of Plenty is really good. I think we only got one that I'm keeping, and that's this. You buy Boon every 3 months, or you stack it up, do you?
Need something before? Most appreciated.
What about those first time you killed this boss packs? Some of them are good value. I think I brought a lot of them. You stack it all the time. I don't think I've got any of them packs at the moment, right? No. If they look, if they've got crests and they've got maybe orbs in them, then buy them every time. Yeah, I'm sure they were. I can't remember. I've got them all. Then they disappear. I'm sure they were 3k orbs though. I don't know if there's any crests in them. Depends on really how much you want to put in as well. How much you are looking to spend, right? Like for me, I will probably end up buying things like this, 379. I'll probably end up buying this, 606. This is good. I always like to buy when it comes to the battle pass. I always go for the bigger one. That's what she said. We know someone was going to say it, so I just beat you to it. Because you just get so much more in this. Like the fact you get 2 pearls there. All the normal gems, like you get tons. Another 2 here. You get these as well, the archive points. And then you get, just select this, which has got Fervent Fang in it. You know, that is just good on its own. Can I even level that up to 10 yet? That's a good point. We got 8. I think we need 1 more. You buy everything on our phones, Android, so you get play points, which converts into in real life money. So you eventually you can get something for free. Yeah, it's exactly what we used to do playing Pokemon, right? You don't see much value in the expensive pass, really? Man, there is like, I would say there's a lot of value in that pass, especially if I think if you buy it on iOS, it's like £11.50 in the UK. And just look how much more you get. First of all, you're getting 2 here. But you're getting what, 2? How many do you actually get? 4. Is that 6? A 6. And then 8 pearls, right? Across the whole thing. 8 pearls. Let's go to Discord. I gotta see this. Oh, bless. Proper out of it as well. Proper out of it. She is as chilled as the wolves are in game. So you get everything with the cheaper, yeah, but you don't get these, do you? You don't get these, right, with the cheaper pass? Do you get the battle archive points with the pass? I don't know, because I've always just brought the empowered. Every single time it's just been like empowered for the last 3 years. Yeah, you only get the coins. Yeah, the coins I think are really good. Just for this reason. And they buffed it recently, 5 of them in here. Amazing. Anyway, I want to go see how good this farm build is. Or actually, we in the right place. It's time. It's about to reset, right? Where's it going next? Library as well. We'll wait till it resets. 3 minutes. Yeah, I normally do the treasure activations as well, but as I've got the newest Phantom, I've just left it.
Your death will bring life. Strange when you die.
Haven't got like 100% uptime on this all the time yet. I need to get maybe an affix. Or maybe we need to change. I don't know if we should change wolves though. Or maybe we should change. I just think changing. Yeah, I need more CDR. I think maybe changing for stag might work. Changing for stag might work. We just completed 10, didn't we? Will we get one? Okay, so if we change for stag instead of having fawn armor. So if we go stag there, we're gonna want, that's gonna be a dead slot. That's gonna be a dead slot. Is this the one that's got stag on it? No. We still keep that. Which one are we getting rid of then? I think it's this, right? No, it can't be that. But it is though, isn't it? Stag. So that only does that, which you could go with. But personally, I would say this one's the better one to go for, right, when it comes to stag. But do you then go with this one as well? We're going to have enough movement speed, I think. Also increases your promo generation by 48% for 3 seconds. I mean, that way you're never going to run out, right? But how does that affect our movement speed? I guess we're going to find out. Let's have a quick blast. I mean, that felt fairly good. I weren't running out. Let's find out. We got to zip down to the other end, right? What the fuck was that? I mean, if it had mobs up all the time, this would be all right. You're still working on your 4K? I just got over my 4K myself. Stag is just easy to press and just actually miss every single time, right? If you could have constant waves like that all the time, would be sick. Maybe it's better to just group them all up. And just do this each time. Much better way of doing it.
You're not worthy to live.
3k more-ish in your 5k. Very nice. The new 5-star progress is a little delay. Colossus new blood flow. Yeah. Hopefully by the end of the blood flow event, I'll have a 5 out of 5. What can I say? What can I say? Not going to make any comment, but good luck. That's better. Group up and then AoE. It will happen. Yeah, it happened. Just gotta be patient, right? Where's the respawn? You're not patient. No. At least one of you, I suppose, is patient, eh? You're struggling getting the 4? It'll get there. You'll get there. You're hoping to buy one for under 150k plat. What are they on the server at the moment? You may find once the merge happens that they go cheaper, right? Because there'd just be more quantity. $180k at the moment. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, that's true. So close. Come on. Be nice to see what the merge is going to do to the game. I think it'd be a positive thing. Probably not for everyone's thought process, but I think it will be a positive thing. For sure. I don't see it as going to be a negative. Yeah, it might be harder for that reason. Okay. What else can we swap around? What else can we swap around? I really preferred the thorn armor damage. But it's just such a shame having so many dead slots, right? We got what? 1, 2 dead slots. 3 dead slots on this build. 3. We don't want 3 dead slots on a build, do we? Seemed a bit much to have 3 dead slots. What can we do? Because look, all you got on here. Fire Tornado. Thorn armor. And we've already got the thorn armor 1 in. We're not using thorn armor. No, and we're not changing back to necro. We're not. Not happening. Not yet. Too soon. So, Fire Tornado now unleashes an explosion at a target location that damages and burns nearby enemies. Skill can be triggered on critical hit. Okay, so this one is an automatic one, right? It's just gonna cast as you get with a primary attack. So that's the downside. It has to be a primary attack. Fire Tornado now unleashes the expanded fire ring, damage and burning enemies. Okay, so that one you have to actually use. And now targets a location. Okay, and that one you actually have to physically put down. So yeah, we know that Fire Tornado is going to be dog shit, right? Complete dog shit. Fire Tornado here. Okay, yeah. Earthquake. This is cool. The downside is it gets rid of the smolder thorn. And this is strong. This is like most of the damage we deal when we're using thorns. Just this one piece. So we don't really want to be getting rid of that, although the earthquake is quite nice. Because this is just on movement, right? What else can we do with earthquake then? Is there anything else we can increase like damage with earthquake? Earthquake, no. Is there literally nothing else for earthquake then? Wow, that's shocking. What the actual fuck? Does earthquake literally only have like 2 essences then? Okay, well you can't use that at the same time because that doesn't work. Okay, so that is loss of control effect. It does increase damage by 32% when the enemy is slowed. So it literally has shit essences. How close am I to my ancient helm? I'm at 54. The downside to this though, right, that I've just noticed is, how does this read? Okay, create an earth shatter, that's fine. So generate 9 primal power when used. Now it generates 15 primal power when used. This needs to be changed. Warmonger, how's it going? This needs to be changed. This really, in my mind, should say generates 10. No, it's maybe 5 primal power each time it's triggered, instead of just when it's used, right? Because at the moment in time, we just rinse our primal power there. At this moment in time, when we use it, you only get it once, right? You don't get it each time. Imagine getting it each time. You know, imagine getting that each time. It generates every time it kind of claps there. Clap, 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 clap. That'd be so good. But there's literally no other piece of gear. It's literally like, when it comes to no earthquake, that is earthquake. No earthquake. No earthquake. We got earthquake here, but it's just an absorb shield. No earthquake. Wow. What shit is earthquake? Is there an affix for earthquake? A class affix? I can see the chat bouncing. Why? I'll be back. Is there a class affix? Where's the list for class affixes? Let's go to Discord a second. Ah, Nora is on it. Nora is on it. Okay. So it just says range increase. What crap is that? Literally, like, earthquake might as well not even be in the game. They clearly did not want to do anything with earthquake, right? They give it a really cool walking effect that you can use, which could be really, really good. And then decided, nah, we don't want to make it any better. Why do that? That'd have been such a cool build. We'd had a permanent generator. Literally the only thing that generates additional when it comes to the affix is Raven Swarm, which we don't really want to go with because it's going to be wasting affix. Ideally, the ones you want to go with are going to be probably a werewolf, right? And the werebear, potentially, depending on what you're playing for PvP. Surgeon Stone, you maybe want a couple of those. 20% reduction in power consumption. So Surgeon Stone at this moment in time I think I actually did get one. Yeah, I did. So that's a 10% reduction on the power consumption. So, you know, it would help. 40% would be good, but to me, that's a waste of having 4 of those to get the 40%. 20% should be enough. It just doesn't seem enough ways for us to generate while we're doing other things, right? Because you don't really want to have to stand in primary. Primary is just rubbish. Primary is very meh. It is. We don't want to have to stand there in primary to gain anything back. We want to be able to generate enough to power everything. But at this moment in time, it just feels like we can't, right? And the only thing that we really can go is like, you need this. You need thorn armor. What is a thorn armor? Okay, that's just a heal. Which is a shame. Because thorn armor would be really good. It's a shame we can't use fire tornado or something. Circle of life is literally... There's no damage dealing for circle of life, right? Is there any damage dealing when it comes to the circle of life? Cheers, Nora. Thanks for coming along. Always appreciate it. Have a lovely evening. Circle life now grants allies that. Is now channeled, continuously healing and generating primal power. You gain damage reduction but cannot move while channeling. That's annoying. Okay. That is literally the only essences. There's 3 for Circle of Life. Wow. That's disappointing. So the other one really then is Summon Oak Sage, right? But even this. It does seem like some of them that are just not thought through, right? They were like, guys, we got this really good idea. We're going to put all these like transformations on the druid. Absolutely great. They feel good. But when it comes to other essences, it is very annoying because there's so many good ideas for builds. And I wonder if it is just the fact that I'm still at only Mastery 3, right? Is it going to improve much once we get to Mastery 4? I just don't know. I mean, we're only a few away, right? Hopefully by, you know, tomorrow we could get that done. Hey, guy, how's it going? See if anyone else has shared any builds what we can try out. That is the downside, isn't it? You know, there's so many great essences for the shape shifting, but they've let it down by, like, you look at Earthquake. Earthquake when you're moving looks really cool. You could make struggling with the heat. Yeah, luckily I brought an air conditioning unit, so I'm quite nice in here. It is currently 24.7 degrees, when normally it used to be like 30 degrees easily when I was streaming, no matter what the weather was like outside. But that earthquake ability sounds really cool, but it just doesn't generate enough. Like wolves, you want wolves, right? 16C inside. Nice. Nice. $16C. I couldn't have it that cold. So we definitely want Thorn Armor. We definitely want Surging Stone. So that's going to consume 10. This is just going to gain us 9. Yeah, 16C. That's chilly. I have mine set to 24 and it's just lovely in here. Just right. The humidity is like 35%. So it's all good for my computer. Computer's just sitting at 50. Lovely. Absolutely perfect. Wolves you want because we want this. Movement speed. $16C is a freezer. It must feel like it, right? I bet you wear a hat. That's for sure. America have different temperature, yeah. This I just don't see working. Grizzly we don't want. Stag is good, but you can easily lose control of it. Rabid Might increases your damage done. Now, could we fit this in instead? But wolves are just really good, right? Because they give you this. So maybe you'd go over this. But this is really good. You're gaining 15 here. You're only gaining 6 here. This you get 2 charges of on a 7-second cooldown. And it generates this. You're actually gaining 10. Here you're gaining 15. But it is a 15-second cooldown, right? Let's just equip this a second. It is 15 seconds. We can't do anything about that. You googled it, it's 60F, yeah. What movement speed are we actually at now? Is it 59% still? Or we're at 60% here. Okay. Which is the max, right? We don't think we can't get any more than 60, right? Everything I've tried has always been 60. So talking about that then, if we're at 60, when we are using Raven Swarm, we're still at 60, right? Yeah. But we can't get any higher than that because of the buckets, right? So now my movement speed should have gone up, but we can't get any higher because of the buckets. So is Raven Swarm really worth having? I haven't got the right thing on for... You have to have this, not this. Where is it? Is in this one, right? Yeah, smolder seeds. You have to have this. This is just too much damage to lose out on. And I think in this build you would go with, yeah, I have 4-piece Ags. But I suppose you could go Grace for that as well, right? I mean, Grace might be better. Would Grace be better than Ags though? Grace may be better than Ags here. I need to get some new ones because my ones are just shit crafts, but look how shit my crafts are. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So many twos. We'll start working them out over the weekend. 2-pack was pretty good started 1 month ago. Played a lot as free to play. I usually love a challenge, but when I see times 50 gems to upgrade a 5-star, I don't understand the logic. It's fun upgrading the 1 though. Man, that's not even the beginning of it. Don't even think about the Rezo, man. Don't think about these. Whatever you do, do not think about the gems you put in here. You know, Rezo is a trap. The main gems you want to be thinking of is these. And to rank one of these up to 10, this is scary. To rank one of these up to rank 10, you need 20,000 of them. You need 20,000. Just under 20,000. I think it's like 19,670 odd, something like that, isn't it? You know, there's so much they could do to improve it for new players, and I've been trying to, you know, push for that for a while. Hopefully we'll get that in the end, the catch-up mechanic for normal gems, because new players do need it. Big time. Big time. There's so many issues with the new players starting and not being able to catch up properly with the actual secondary stats. Yeah, rank 8 they start to cost. Most are -7s. I think that's where most of us will get stuck out for a while. I just find you don't get no benefit here from Raven. Ereban and Verge is where you get a big chunk of your weekly gems, but then you get a lot from daily gems, which do stack up to 3 days. When you're in a party of 4, you get normal gems drop as well. 12 unbound and 12 bound, right, per day. All you need to do in Verge is do it as a duo at least, get to 2,000 points and then just exit, and you still get the rewards, right? So this is the shit part about it. You're farming, you've got this going, but you can't generate anything and do anything because you just can't, you ain't got no mobs to kill. I would say if you're solo, I would go in and do Ereban.
Your death will bring life.
Aeroband's definitely the way to go if you're solo. That's for sure. So this is just a dead slot. What a shame. These are the only two you can really think about. Grizzly, you got to summon it each time. That's annoying. Ferocious Strike is your primary. So Summon Oak Sage is the only thing you've got to work with. And nope. Oh, excuse me. Nope and nope. Not worth. Not worth. So I definitely think this is the farm build you need. What should be in this one? See, this to me, that 25% is just too much. Thanks for the gifted. That was a while. Like, who was that? That was Jari earlier. This just seems too much. The damage seems good. This seems too much. This should be 10%. Or maybe they should just say no extra cost. Make that 0. It just consumes no extra. It just gives you 35% damage. Because to me, that's just too much. Nothing here. No. Oh, yeah. Definitely hitting the hay in a second. I was just seeing if we could update this build anyway, but I think this is the best you're going to get for overwhelm farming at the moment. I don't think there's any more you can really do. This is the best overwhelm farming you can get. There's just not enough essences to be able to improve it. Simple as that. Right. It is that time of night. We will be back tomorrow. Same time. For day 3 of the grind. Hopefully tomorrow we can get to the final kind of, mastery. Someone else in my clan is just saying they're hitting max mastery. So then we can really start to see what's going on. I don't think there's any worthy essences that we're missing now. I think all the ones we're missing, Grizzly, meh. Wolves, this one just transforms it into a single dire wolf, meh. Earthquake conjures a maelstrom of rock at the target location, damaging. See, this is just, again, one we're never going to use. No. Earthquake damage is increased. Well, this one could be promising, but again, still I don't think it's going to be worthy, and we've already collected. So I think all the other essences that we're waiting on are just things we're not going to use anyway. So once we get to that mastery 4, we'll be able to have a look at other builds as well and see what we can really do when it comes to improving stuff. I do want to farm out a lot of the different class affixes, so we've got a good selection of 4 of 4 out of everything, so we can really test them out over the weekend, hopefully into sometime next week. But as always, guys, been a blast. Been lovely chatting to you all. Thanks for the gifted sub and the donation as well there, what we had earlier on from Jari. But it's been a pleasure. We'll see you tomorrow night, guys. Have a lovely rest of your day.